Hello friends and concerned citizens. This is Michael Vandeburg. I'm the author of Why Marijuana is Legal in America. This is my opinion. They wrote all these laws. I want you to realize that marijuana rights are just one small section of rights. There are income tax rights, there are Social Security rights, gun rights, narcotics rights, just on and on. I haven't even discussed narcotic rights. Have you ever thought about claiming your right to just pay the transaction tax for narcotics? Think about it. I'll be discussing that more in the future. But the real issue now is that agencies and the states and all that, federal government for sure, and a lot of lawyers are now harping. They are trying to defeat the new push for medical marijuana, the right to have medical marijuana use, and they're saying that it's bad for business. Is it bad for business? What business are they talking about? It's bad for lawyers. It's bad for the police departments. It's bad for states. It's bad for the federal government. I mean, they can no longer, I guess, might not like these words, rape and pillage the citizens, go around the countryside. I mean, there goes a massive amount of money. All the property rights that's being destroyed. I mean, they're collecting a lot of money. I mean, look at the prison system. How many people they got? Got 1 million people in jail for marijuana. I mean, the average is about 750,000 people a year are arrested for marijuana. I mean, this is a massive industry. It's bad for business. What business are they talking about? You know, I don't really care about all this bad business for them. I could care less if the lawyers went all broke. I mean, this is a money scam, a money laundering machine for them. That's why it's bad for business for them. But who cares about them being rich over this? I mean, marijuana is the greatest thing when it comes to biofuel. I guess I shouldn't say marijuana. It's used the real plant, cannabis hemp. It's the #1 biofuel on planet Earth. I mean, look at the paper it can be made out of it. The paper industry. You can take 4 acres of cannabis hemp and it will equal to about 40 acres of trees. You make high quality clothing. I mean, you got animal feed for people. I mean, right now, you're looking at starvation for a lot of the third world countries because of all the stupid biofuel. I mean, that is the biggest boondoggle there ever was. I mean, you take a gallon of corn fuel, ethanol, it takes about the same gallon of fuel to create that gallon. And now then you got a gallon of ethanol, and it will not get the same gas mileage as regular fuel. I mean, that's insane. I mean, it's just another government boondoggle. I mean, bad for business, bad for this country. We're the ones that's bad business for. It's bad for our rights. I mean, now you got people starving. You got families destroyed by the thousands. How many children have been destroyed? How many families have been ripped apart? Now their children are living in foster homes. You never hear any of these numbers. I mean, this is totally insane what this country is doing. And it's time to establish our rights again. It's time to allow people to use it for medical reasons. It's time to allow people to grow it for crops. to produce it for industries like paper, fuel, animal feed, people, food. I mean, the list goes on and on. And I hope you enjoyed this, and if you want to buy a copy of my book, that'd be a real blessing, and I hope it blesses you and your family, and especially if you're in prison, I pray to the good Lord that it gets them released, because their rights have been violated. Your family has been violated. It's time to stop the government abuse of our rights. God bless and thank you.